Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, it's gone. Flushed out right. And the ball is knocked out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Too low, check. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
4 down. Hey, alert 3. Greystone, travel. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
A shotgun snap for Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lucky 48. He's coming. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man left, man left. We got 3, we got 3.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Goff. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Jimmy Graham. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Hey, kill! Check the backer. 61, matchbox lights.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephen Weatherly in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And all the way down to the 9. A big run there by Jones. 48 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Out of the gun. Goff escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They start the drive with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Second down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Cousins now. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Here's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the shotgun, a gift to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, Goff. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We're good. Watch twist. Mike 5-4. Hey, Alpha. It's our time.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. 14.
Play action. It's gone. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, high 7.
Off play action. Here's gone. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hold on. Check. Obama.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. Flush to his right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 29, Cousins, and incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll go again to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Back to throw. Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big...
Cook strip, the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And some room to work. The big fella. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
A first down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. The left side throw complete to Adams. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play. First down. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check. X3, 218, chopper. Maverick. Slam.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch a slant. Check. Fresno. Same. Check 52. 6-6. Bullet high.
A shotgun snap for Goff. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
2 for 1. Topper.
Goff now looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Value 3. Bang. Turbo's up.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on third. Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Right here. Listen to me.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Cousins on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Davis.